Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a video that I thought of a while ago, and I asked you guys if it is something that you would be interested in seeing, and a lot of you guys said yes. So as you can tell by the title, today we are going to be talking about the best and the worst of Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Now, what I mean by the best and the worst is we are going to go over the best products from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, in my opinion, and we are going to touch on the products that aren't so great, in my opinion. So the worst products. Now, I do not own every single product ever released by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I am basing this whole entire video off of products that I personally own from his launches. He launched his brand in 2015, I believe, and ever since 2015, I have been a very avid shopper and supporter of Jeffree Star Cosmetics, as most of you guys know, and I have come across products that have blown me away, and I've come across products that I thought were going to be really good, but actually really disappointed me. So we're going to go over the best things and the worst things. So if you guys want to hang out with me, talk about makeup a little bit, then let's go ahead and jump into it. Quick little disclaimer is I know there are a lot of people who do not support Jeffree Star Cosmetics, which is totally fine. I do support Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I love his makeup. I wear a great deal of his makeup on a pretty much everyday basis. A majority of the stuff on my face is Jeffree Star Cosmetics. You don't have to watch this video if you don't like Jeffree Star Cosmetics. That's totally fine. I am not going to be talking about him as a person. I am talking about his brand as a whole. So just kind of keep that in mind. We're just going to have fun talking about makeups. And before we jump into the best and the worst, we do have a sponsor for today's video. And the sponsor for today's video is, of course, the lovely and amazing Dossier perfumes. If you guys do not know anything about Dossier, let me tell you right now. They are an online perfume company where they make designer-inspired fragrances at an extremely affordable cost. So if you're someone who sees a perfume that you really like, but you see the ridiculous price tag and you're like, heck no, that is where Dossier comes into play. They make designer-inspired fragrances for around $29 to $39. And when you go on their site and you pick a scent, here is how it arrives to you. It just comes in this cute little cardboard box right here, and when you open it up, it has all sorts of goodies inside. So right on top, the one thing I love every single time is the little thing right on the inside. Iconic scents, designer quality, no markups, and you get a little card telling you all about the scent that you got, the concentration, the notes, how Dossier works as a company, and you also get a full 50 milliliter bottle of the scent. So basically how it works two different ways. Sometimes in your little box, you will get the full 50 milliliter bottle like I have right here. And you will also get a little tiny sample of the exact same scent. So if you do get a sample, first, you try out the sample, see if you like the scent, try it on yourself, see how it smells on your body. If you like it, awesome. Finish up the little sample and you can move on to the 50 milliliter bottle. Or if you do not like it, you can send it back. Returns are free, no questions asked, and you can pick out a new scent for yourself to try. So this one, for example, did not come with the sample. So basically you just try out the 50 milliliter bottle, give it a couple spritz, try it out for a couple of days. If you like it, awesome. If not, that's totally fine. You can send it back and try something new. And returns are really easy. You basically just go onto their site, go to their returns page, and you can print out a shipping label, and you basically just put it in the mailbox and you're done. They got you covered, no questions asked. It's really fast and easy. The scent that I got for this month is the Chanel Chance perfume, inspired by, of course. And the top notes in this are grapefruit, pear, blackcurrant, and then orris, musks, and amberwood. I love anything that has any sort of wood, musky, vanilla. I just love scents like that. They are some of my favorites to wear. And when I saw they had an inspired Chanel Chance perfume, I definitely picked that up. I think I have gotten this one before in the past as well, and I absolutely loved it. Oh, yes. Oh my God. Yep. I totally have gotten this scent before. This is hands down one of my favorites. I love the Chanel perfumes. The Chanel Chance perfume happens to be one of my favorites. And when I saw Dossier had an inspired scent on there, I knew right away that I had to have it. This has an 18% concentration. This one is actually called Floral Grapefruit. So here's what the full 50 milliliter bottle looks like. You get a lot of perfume in here. The packaging is really cute and minimalistic and just really easy to read. I also like that they leave kind of like a lot of space on the packaging. So if you're not going to remember floral grapefruit as Chanel Chance, you can just write inspired by Chanel Chance right on the bottom here. That's what I do with some of mine. I love Dossier. I have been using them for, oh my gosh, I think well over a year now, and I have so many Dossier perfumes, and I have saved so much money on buying perfumes. I am someone who loves to smell good all the time. I am constantly buying perfumes, and ever since I came across Dossier and they reached out to me and we started working together, this is literally all I wear, and I get so many compliments every time I wear one of their perfumes. Oh, this one just smells so freaking good. It is just such a sexy smell. I love it so much. Like if you're going on like a date night or you're gonna have a little romantic time with your partner, this scent would be such a good one. It just has so many different scents and they all just combine so nicely. And Dossier really gives you the opportunity to try new scents without breaking the bank, which is so incredibly nice. So if any of you guys are interested in trying Dossier for yourself, which I highly recommend, I will have a link right at the top of the description box so you guys can easily click, check it out, and purchase your very own Dossier perfume. They have so many different scents on there. And they also have men's, women's, unisex scents. So there's just everything for everyone on there. Thank you so much to Dossier for sponsoring this video, and thank you for continuing to work with me. I love you guys. I love what you do. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to share your awesome company with you guys. So with all that out of the way, let's get back into the video talking about the best and the worst of Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Here we go. So I will have little chapter cards. I've been really trying to do that with my videos now because I am someone who does make a lot of long form content, and I know a lot of people don't like to sit and listen to me ramble. So I do like to have little video chapters in the description box, and on the video you can see the chapters, so that way you can skip to whatever you want to see. So first we're going to start out with the best of Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and then we're going to end the video with the worst. So if you guys just want to see the best or just the worst, you can go ahead and click on the little video chapter on what you want to see. But to kick off the best product, the #1 best product from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and this one, oh my gosh, these are literally all that I wear. But the first one I want to talk about for the best category is his Velour Liquid Lipsticks. Oh my gosh. So back around 2015, 2016, liquid lipsticks were really big in the makeup world. They were something that was very much talked about. Everyone was wearing liquid lipsticks and they were very trendy. And the Velour Liquid Lipsticks by Jeffree Star Cosmetics is the first product that he ever launched on his site, and they were record breaking. And my mind was just blown. And even now in 2021, and probably for the rest of my life, I will always wear and use his Velour Liquid Lipsticks. They are seriously some of the best. For example, I am wearing one today. The color that I'm wearing today is Leo. It is one of my favorite liquid lipsticks that he has. And I also picked the 4 top nude liquid lipsticks that I religiously buy and religiously wear all the time. They have a top-notch, excellent formula. They have all-day wear. They do not smudge. They are not drying. They are transfer-proof, and these are only $18 per liquid lipstick, which I think is a very fair price. And even now that I'm filming this in 2021, Jeffree Star Cosmetics has kind of fallen off the popularity scale a little bit, so it's great because they do have sales a lot of the times, or sometimes you'll get like a free liquid lipstick with your order, or you can get bundles for a really good deal. So it's really great. I love the price of these. I think they're totally worth it. And my top 4 favorites that I will always buy and always wear is this one, which is of course Celebrity Skin. If you have been a follower of mine for a very long time, then you know how I feel about Celebrity Skin. Seriously, hands down, one of the best colors of liquid lipstick ever. It is the most perfect nude. I wear this one all the time. I think since his brand has launched, I think I've gone through about 5 or 6 of these. I wear Celebrity Skin all the time. My second favorite one that I really love, this one was really big in my life in 2015, and that was Posh Spice. Just kind of like a grayish nude color. It's very out there, but it's also very pretty and very flattering, and I do wear this one a lot. The other one I really like, and this was his Christmas 2015 launch that originally came out, and then he decided to make it a permanent color because it was so popular, and that is of course Androgyny. This one I wear a lot during the holidays, so like Thanksgiving, Christmas, I usually always reach for Androgyny. This is another one of my favorite like darker mauve-y nudes. Then the other one that I really like is Mannequin. This one is very similar to Celebrity Skin, but it has a little bit more of like those nudie tones in it. Celebrity Skin is kind of more of like your brownie nude, whereas this one is more of a lighter nude. I really like this one as well. So out of all of the lipstick shades that I have tried, and trust me, I have over, oh my god, I think I have over 40 of his liquid lipsticks. These four are always my ride or dies. These are the ones that I always reach for. They are seriously the best. The formula is unlike anything I have ever tried before. Hands down, his liquid lipsticks are the #1 best product on his site that he has ever released. Next thing that I want to talk about, and this kind of goes along the lines of lips, that is his velour lip scrubs. I also put this in the best category because I love these guys. They are very reasonably priced. They are about $12 a lip scrub, and these last me up to about 6 months. So $12 for 6 months, you honestly can't beat that. I have one in my shower right now, and I also have these two. This one is Candy Necklace, and then I also got this one that I just got in the Halloween mystery box, and this one is Witch's Brew. They feel so good on the lips. They definitely get all that dry skin off, and they also help moisturize. And I also use these as body exfoliators sometimes because I wear deodorant every single day. Like I said, I love to smell good. So, and sometimes wearing deodorant can really kind of cause a lot of buildup in your armpit area. So I actually use these in my armpits sometimes to like exfoliate the area, or sometimes I'll use these on my face even. Like these just have so many different purposes. These are edible, but don't use it as a meal. You can actually eat these if you would like. Always keep at least one in my shower. If you haven't tried these, you're missing out. Hop on it. Next thing that I want to talk about for Jeffree Star Cosmetics is his eyeshadow formula. I have a pretty decent pile of Jeffree Star eyeshadow palettes right here, and I just want to talk about the eyeshadow formula because, oh my gosh, in my personal opinion, I feel like Jeffree Star Cosmetics, his eyeshadow formula beats any other eyeshadow formula that is on the market today. He knows what he's doing despite his past, despite his scandals, despite the controversy surrounding him. The man knows eyeshadow, he knows eyeshadow formula, and he knows how to make looks look fucking great. He always comes up with very creative color stories with very awesome creative names. They blend absolutely amazingly. The pigmentation is always at 110%. He has some of the most bomb-ass packaging and concepts for eyeshadow palettes that I have seriously ever seen in my entire life. His eyeshadow formula is absolutely amazing. I very rarely ever use any other eyeshadow palette or any other eyeshadow brand other than Jeffree Star. That's all, like on my eyes today, all of this is Jeffree Star. And one of the questions I get all the time is, what are some of my favorite Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes? And that is one thing I can say about my whole entire collection, is I do own every single eyeshadow palette that he has ever released. So I have had a chance to try every single one of them, and I know what I like and I know what I don't like. And people ask me all the time, what are your favorite eyeshadow palettes? Well, the first one that really stuck out to me, and this was the first one that really kind of sealed my love for his eyeshadow formula, was the Androgyny palette. Now this one came out quite a few years ago now, but every time I think of Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadows, I always think of this palette. So this is the Androgyny palette. First off, I love the packaging of this. I love how thin it is. The packaging is just really minimalistic and cute. And the colors in this one, oh my gosh, I love this palette so much. It has neutrals, browns, reds, blues, greens, like it has a couple shimmers in there. This is just the perfect palette, and I have created so many eye looks with this. Two of my favorite shades in here is this green one, which is Military, and I also really like Safe Word. As you can see, I have used this palette a decent amount. I don't hit the blues a whole lot. I definitely like greens, browns, neutrals, but this palette will always and forever be one of my favorites just because it is so pretty. And I did get this when it released all those years ago, and I do still reach for this one a pretty decent amount, so I do love the Androgyny palette. Another one that really stuck out to me was the Alien palette. Now, unfortunately, this palette is discontinued. I have no idea why. I don't know why he discontinued this palette, but I was really excited when this one got released, and when I finally got it, I was very excited about it. I don't even know what it is about this one, but I just love the color story of this one. It has a very like UFO, you have some purples, greens, shimmers, neutrals. We just have everything in here, and I created one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow looks using this palette when it first came out. And oh my god, it's so pretty, especially this Moon Rock shade right here. Oh my lord. It's really sad that he discontinued this one because I feel like I remember this one being relatively popular when it came out. I don't know what happened. I don't know why he discontinued it. But this one also really sticks out to me when I think of his eyeshadows for sure. Other two that I really like and that I do reach for on a regular basis is of course the Orgy palette and the Cremated palette. Now these two are very similar but also very different. The Orgy palette is his first ever neutrals palette, and he fucking nailed it when it came to neutral shades. Like, we have so many neutral shades in here, and I know, you guys, I know that there are literally over 1 million different neutral eyeshadow palettes on the market, but for whatever reason, this one, I don't know, I can just see so many makeup artists using this. There are so many different shades in here that are super versatile. And the Cremated palette is kind of on the same scale, but this one, instead of it being all neutrals, this one is all of like your smoky shades. So when you open it up, we have just this amazing gothic fantasy right here. So many dark colors, grays, blacks, bluey grays, or neutrals, and a ton of shimmers in here. And this one, I love the concept of this one. It's just so dark and creepy, and it's just perfect. So whenever I'm going for a dark smoky eye, I reach for the Cremated palette because it literally has everything I need in here to do that. And of course, I have to give a special shout out to his Bloodline palette. If you guys remember, he made record-breaking sales with his Blood Sugar palette. This one was insanely popular, and this was his first time ever doing this kind of like carriage, like suitcase clasp packaging. And this palette was so incredibly popular when it got released. Everybody loved this palette. It's basically just like your candy blood fantasy. We have pinks, reds, browns, neutrals, shimmers, golds, everything in here. And so first it came Blood Sugar. The next one was of course Blue Blood, and I actually have two of these. This one I got in a mystery box, and then my other one is one that I use all of the time. Oh my gosh, like I use my Blue Blood palette all the time. As you can see the shades that I've dipped into. And even though this is the Blue Blood palette, my most used eyeshadow is Celebrity Skin, because you guys know I absolutely love that liquid lipstick shade. And then of course we have the Blood Money palette. This one, oh bitch, I was ready for this when it got released, because one of my favorite eyeshadow looks to wear is green. I'm literally wearing green today. We have some matte greens, we have some shimmery greens, lime greens, forest greens, golds, browns. We have a little bit of everything in here. I have done a makeup look with it. I do have a Jeffree Star Cosmetics makeup playlist, so if you guys want to see any of the looks that I created with these palettes, I more than likely have a look on my channel. The last product that I want to give a special shout out to, I'm just going to hit this one really quickly, that is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost. These came out about, I believe 2016 is when he released this product, and I have like 10 of these. I love his Skin Frost. These are some of my favorite highlighters that he has ever come out with. And I don't know, I love these. I don't even think he makes these anymore, which is super sad, because I loved these when these came out. There's a lot of product in here. They're absolutely ginormous, and he has so many different colors for so many different skin tones. They're just absolutely amazing. So I had to touch on the Skin Frost really quick. These will probably always be one of my favorite highlighters for sure. Well, that was everything for the best of Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Now we are going to dive into the worst products of Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And these products, every single time I had really, really high hopes for them, and then every time I got them and tried them out, I was very disappointed. And we need to talk about him, okay? Because I know a lot of people think that I suck Jeffree Star's asshole when it comes to his products, but don't get it twisted, okay? Like, I have products in my collection that I do not like and I barely ever reach for. So we're gonna talk about those right now. The first thing I want to talk about is his the original Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour lip liners. Now, since this product has come out, he has reformulated it, he has re-released it, and I can say that the new formula is a million times better than the original. These came out in, I believe, about 2017, 2018. These range about $18 a piece, which is a little steep for a pencil in my personal opinion. But nonetheless, I was very excited about them because I'm a huge fan of his liquid lipstick. So to have matching lip liners, I was very pumped about them. And I did do a review video on these when I first got them, and I really liked them. I was like, wow, this is so cool. But after that video, and I would start to wear them a little bit more, I realized that they were incredibly dry. They felt so terrible on the lips. They just felt like I was putting sandpaper on my lips. They were just absolutely awful. They're dry, they cake really easily, and they crack off the lips. When you put them on your lips, they just crack off in chunks. It's really gross. They're really uncomfortable. I remember I wore one of these to a concert. I can't remember what concert it was, but I literally the whole entire night was hiding my mouth because I could just feel how cakey and cracked my lips felt from wearing these. So the original lip liners from Jeffree Star are god-awful. I do not wear these on my lips anymore. I use these strictly just for eyeliners. So, and these are eye safe, so I use them in my waterline. I'll use them on the lid. That is the only thing these things are good for now. And you can tell the difference between the new formula and the original formula because the original just came with a sticker telling you what color it was. So this one is unicorn blood, and you can literally see there's just a sticker on there. And the new formula, this one I got in a mystery box. This is the Leo lip liner, and I did wear this today, and I can confirm in my heart of hearts that the new formula that he reformulated is a million times better. And you can tell the difference between the old and the new because the new formula, as you can see, actually has the names engraved in the pencil, which I like a lot better because a sticker is more prone to falling off, whereas this one, it is embedded, and these feel a lot better. But as far as the original, oh my God, one of the worst products ever. I hated these. I think I spent like over $200 getting his original lip liners, and I can't even use them. So these suck. He did redeem himself, and the new formula is actually quite nice. As you can see, my lips aren't falling off in chunks. Now, one of the other products that I'm actually not that big of a fan of, if you guys remember, I quickly touched on the Skin Frost and how I really like those. Well, soon after the Skin Frost, he came out with the Supreme Frost, which is just a higher intensity highlighter. And I'm going to be honest, I am not a fan of this product at all. Now, don't get me wrong, they're okay, but they're definitely not my favorite. I much prefer the formulation and the look of the Skin Frost as opposed to the Supreme Frost. These ones, I believe they have a little bit more product in here. Oh no, so you get less product in here. So you get less product in the Supreme Frost, and these are actually more expensive. In the Skin Frost, you get about 15 grams of product, and these look better in my opinion. These ones, the reason why I don't like them and the reason why I'm not a huge fan of them is because I can't stand how glittery they are. When you put these on and you go to check your makeup in about an hour or two, you just have glitter that is just falling down your face, on your neck, on your clothes. These are incredibly messy. Now, I think these are meant to be used either wet or with your finger. I don't like to apply makeup with my fingers. I don't like the feeling of that. This product really isn't like a win for me. Like, they're okay, and I do wear them every once in a blue moon, but as far as comparing them to his other highlighters that he has come out with, these are not really my favorite. They're just very messy, and they just don't look very good and they just kind of fall down the face. And now, to wrap up this video, we are going to go over the worst Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes in my opinion, okay? Everyone is going to like different things. Everyone is going to have different opinions. That is totally fine. But I have some eyeshadow palettes that I have gotten that I was really excited for, and they disappointed greatly. So, the first one I want to talk about, this is my, I never, ever, 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 ever reach for this palette, okay? I tried it a couple times, never reached for it since. I literally only keep this for collection purposes. But one of the worst eyeshadow palettes was the Thirsty palette. I believe this was the summer of 2018. I could be wrong. Myself and a lot of other people were really excited about this. We were like, cool, like a summer themed palette. That's freaking awesome. And the color story looked beautiful. I love the packaging of this because I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but it looks like it has like wet drops all over it. So, I mean, the packaging is really cool. This is a pressed pigment eyeshadow palette and the color story is really, really nice. And oh, you guys, these eyeshadows have no pigmentation. There is absolutely no color payoff. They're patchy, they don't blend well, and the only thing that you can see in this palette that I have ever been able to get to work somewhat is this middle row right here, all of these shimmers. Now, those are okay. They're not my favorite shimmers, but that is basically the only thing in this palette that I can use. The yellows and the blue, I was really excited about when it first came out, but these are some of the worst shades in this entire palette. It is god awful. I was so disappointed in this palette. And when I first did a makeup look using this, you know, I thought it was me. I was like, oh, maybe it's my lack of skill. But then I would play around with it. I would do swatches. I would try different techniques. And I just, like, I couldn't get into this palette. Not a fan of it at all. And I'm almost 90% sure that this palette is also discontinued along with the Alien palette. I don't think he even sells this one anymore. Which, you know, I'm glad about because this is not a great palette. This is my least favorite Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. It's just not good, you guys. It's just not good. The next one that I want to talk about, and this one actually had a little bit of tea along with it as well, but that was the Mini Orgy palette. So he released the Mini Orgy along with the Big Orgy palette. The Mini Orgy sucks. And when a lot of people first got this palette when it launched, there were actually a lot of complaints from people when they tried to use this. They said that, you know, they couldn't get any color payoff. There was no pigment coming off on the brush. Like, this palette was basically not usable. And Jeffree Star Cosmetics released a statement saying that there was something wrong with the Mini Orgy and that they were going to be resending new and reformulated Mini Orgy palettes to everyone who bought one for free. So myself, I did get the original Mini Orgy and it was awful. It sucked. The shimmers were terrible. There was like no payoff. You had to like dig your brush in really hard. It was just awful. So I did get a replacement Mini Orgy palette for free. And this one is supposed to be the fixed version, or the version that was supposed to be better, where they fixed all of the errors. The colors in here are really pretty. It does go with the original main Orgy palette really well because that one is all mattes. And this one is just supposed to be like some shimmers that you could add with your neutral look. So I love the idea behind this. I love the concept of it. But what I can say is, for me personally, I saw absolutely no difference between the fixed Mini Orgy and the original. This is the new one, and I just didn't see, I don't know. I never reached for this one. I don't even know why I got this one to begin with, because I don't know. It's just not, I don't know. This one just didn't really impress me, and I do appreciate and I do commend them for fixing their mistake and sending out a new fixed one for free to everybody. But I do keep this one for collection purposes, and you never know, one day I might wake up and be like, oh my god, the Mini Orgy is the best palette to ever be made. So you never really know, but this one I wasn't really that crazy about. The next one that I want to talk about, and this one may come as a shock to some of you, especially since this was his most sold, biggest launch in makeup history, and that is the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star Cosmetics collab, the Conspiracy palette. Oh boy, okay, so I have never been so excited for an eyeshadow palette in my entire life. When I watched the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star documentary and they went over the whole process of creating this palette, from the colors to the names to the packaging to the price, everything around this, I was so excited about this. And I mean, the packaging is 10 out of 10, okay? I love this. I love how it's like a pyramid at the top. It kind of looks like, you know, the luggage case clasp like his other palettes. I was really excited about this. And when I tried this for the first time on camera, I have never been so disappointed in my entire life. I fucking hated this palette, especially this shade right here and this one right here. Cheese Dust and Flaming Hot. Oh my god, I was so excited about those shades, but they're so fucking awful. You guys, like, they're so awful. Same with this one right here, this kind of like neon yellow food videos. That one sucked. The shimmers and the neutral shades are really nice, but all of the colors that are like, you know, worth getting the palette for just aren't good. I hated this palette. Oh my god, I hated it. I couldn't get any of the colors to work with me. They were all patchy. They didn't blend very well. And I did do like a redemption look where I created a different look with this palette, and that went a lot better. But just my first impressions of this, I was just so disappointed in this palette, and I never reach for it. It's not my favorite. I will forever keep it for collection purposes, but I never reach for this. It was incredibly disappointing to me. Did not like it at all. The next one that I want to talk about, if you guys remember from the best of category, I talked about his Bloodline, Blood Sugar, Blue Blood, Blood Money, and I told you that there was one more, but it was in a different category. It's this one right here. This is the Blood Lust palette. So Blood Sugar was the more kind of reds, Blue Blood was blue, Blood Money was green, and the Blood Lust was supposed to be his purple eyeshadow palette moment. Now, packaging wise, I think this palette is freaking sweet, okay? Just like first looking at it, just the velvety touch of it, it feels really good. It looks very, very nice. It's very heavy, very nice quality. But when you open it up, okay, I just want you guys right now, tell me, what's wrong with this palette? There aren't enough purples, Jeffree. This is supposed to be your Bloodlust palette. This is supposed to be your purple moment. And what the fuck is this? There is like 1, 2, 3, 4, I can only see like 5, maybe 6 purple shades in here. Everything else is just kind of like Mod Podge, like random, like what is this Bleeding Heart shade? Why is there a red? Nothing goes with that shade in here. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I don't know. And a lot of people, it's not just me, a lot of people were very disappointed in this palette, in this color story when he released it. We were expecting like this beautiful purple fantasy, and we got this. Now, granted, as far as formula goes, as far as looks, I was able to create some really beautiful looks with this. And as you can see, I have used this palette quite a bit. Like, there's a lot of shades in here that I've really dug into and that I've really liked. It's very underwhelming. It's really hard to kind of add this into the Bloodline because it just doesn't look like all of the other ones. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm alone in this. This, I think, was kind of the turning point for Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is when people started to kind of fall off the brand a little bit because he disappointed so many people with this. People just kind of stopped caring after a while. I just wish there was more purples. I just wish this was a full monochromatic purple moment from Jeffree Star. I think that would have been fantastic. And the next one, and the very last product that I want to talk about for this video, this one is not the worst palette. This is just a palette that I don't like. I only got it strictly for collection purposes because I am a Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow palette collector. So I did only get this for collection purposes, but I do not like this palette. And that was his very first ever eyeshadow palette that he came out with, and that was the Beauty Killer palette. This was his very first ever eyeshadow palette, and I was excited about this one because of the name of it. Beauty Killer is the name off of one of his EPs. It's a song. I literally have Beauty Killer tattooed on my body. Like, I'm an OG Jeffree Star fan, so I was excited about the name, but what I don't like about this one is the color story. I just cannot get into this. Every time I attempt to use this palette, I just cannot get into it, and I don't know why. I just don't like it. The only shade I like in here is this neutral shade, which is Courtney, but everything else, as you can see, I just can't get into. I don't like this palette. I never, ever, ever reach for it. Okay, guys, so now that my throat hurts really bad from talking so much, that is everything that I have to share with you guys for the best and the worst of Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I would love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. Do you agree with my choices? Do you disagree with my choices? Is there something that you would like to add? Maybe some of you out there have products that I don't have that you would like to put in a category. Please let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down in the comments down below. I would greatly appreciate it. I would love to read your comments and get a little discussion going. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you go down and give it a huge thumbs up. If you are new to my channel and this is the first video of mine that you are seeing, first off, I just want to welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like, and I would greatly appreciate as well, make sure you go down and hit that red subscribe button. I do upload every 3 to 4 days here. But as for the rest of you, I love you guys so very much. Thank you for sitting down with me and hanging out with me and talking about makeup. I have not done a makeup related video in a very long time, so this felt kind of good to do, kind of like just talk with you guys and hang out with you guys. It was a lot of fun. So I love you guys so much, but until then, I will see you very soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.